Hello everybody and welcome back to another Wallaru video on the channel, and in today's video I want to talk about the pity system in Wallaru and how KingsIsle actually did it right this time around. Now if you guys don't know, last year with Novus, the pity system was probably one of the worst parts about the world, if not the worst part about the world in a lot of players' opinions. So you're probably like, Liam, why was Novus so bad? Okay, so compared to Wallaru, at Novus, at Luis here, I'm on my way to him, you actually have to craft a whopping 9 masterpieces, or get 9 masterpieces, just to simply craft one tier 1 piece of gear. Then on top of that, you needed 67 pixels and 20 polygons. Okay, so if you just simply look at this, right, and then you look at Wallaru. The Wallaru pity system is way better, light years better. We're talking better than the Novus system. You only have to get 8 stones as opposed to 20, and they're about the same drop rates, I would say, or spawn rates as polygons. And then Dreamwater, which is basically your pixels, these are way easier obtained than, you know, pixels were in Novus. For example, you can look at the Freddy fight or the Bandit fight. That takes maybe a minute to get, you know, 2, 3, or 4, 6 even Dreamwaters. So 1 minute for a crap ton of Dreamwaters is way better, sorry, than 20 minutes for only 4 pixels, obviously. Right? That's just simple math. Now keep in mind, this might take a bit over a minute if you're farming this with a group that doesn't really know what they're doing, or they're not, like, you know, being fully resourceful, right? This might take a bit longer if you're just doing team ups, for example. But the case in point is it's still, like, objectively is way shorter to farm your gear in Wallaru than it was for Novus. Also, another great thing about this system is the fact that you can actually just simply craft any pin you want. Now, in Novus, you literally had to farm Don Manzana or the last fight to get these, and just pray to God, basically, that you would essentially get one of these pins. But now, instead, you can farm these pins while racking up Dreamwaters, and if you don't get that pin you want, that's fine. Just go to Bingo right here and go ahead and craft, you know, whatever pin you are going for. This is great because some people like me who have a lot of characters and need a lot of pins for very specific builds, for raids or PvP even, right? Sometimes you just need one more pin, right? And in the case for my actual dorm setup for raids, I only had 1 pin, punishing pin I needed on my death. And that took me a little under 2 months while farming Novus just to get that last pin. So that was absolutely insane. And at least now there's a reasonable amount of time you could get it while farming, or just eventually craft it in a couple of runs in Wallaru. I think this is a big deal in the community because this really lowers the barrier to entry for things like PvP, for things like raids. Now, I know the Nightmare is not out until early January or 2024, and we'll have to see how we acquire that loot, but the current loot system for the first half of Wallaru, at least, is really good. I'm very happy about this. I think a lot of players are happy about this. If you guys are wondering, I did max 2 characters on Live Realm. I did my Storm and my Ice, and roughly about, obviously, with a full group, with an adventure party, Scold Incendiate, you know, being resourceful, it took me about 16 hours to quest from 160 to 170 and obtain all of the meta loot from the deck, you know, to the ring, to the amulet, to the Athame. Was about 16 hours without actually having a double reagent elixir, like the crafting benefit. So again, you compare that to Novus, which probably would take, you know, any not hardcore player at least a month for one school to get that done. This is just way better, and I don't really know anybody who would make the argument that Novus's pity system is like better than Wallaru's. I just don't know anybody who does, who would think that. And if you do think that, please let me know why in the comments below, because I would really like to see your point of view and perspective on things. But yeah, my ice has a crafting benefit ticking 5 hours, and I've been able to craft basically, I want to say, in about 2 hours, I've been able to get all the stuff I need for about 2 classes. Again, this is like max efficiency, Skull Incendiate, right, with the group. About 2 hours, I got stuff done for my ice and my fire, just with that crafting benefit. So if you guys have a crafting benefit, definitely pop that when you are farming Dream Water at Freddy or like Crash Bandicoot or the last fight. It will help you out a lot. I kind of wish I was doing that on my Storm originally, but I'm doing that now. So it's a very, very good thing. And at least for somebody like me who has obviously every character like pretty much max level, right? I have to get a lot of them to 170 still. But for somebody that engages with, systems like raids, PvP, I'm very thankful for this, that I can be working on getting something, getting a drop, eventually crafting that. And also now you can actually hit a second chance chest, which actually gives you Dream Water and actually like whatever piece of gear you're going for. So I really think KingsIsle like hit the ball out of the park with Wallaru and like the gear acquisition and the pity system. Like I said, if you are somebody who prefers Novus, please let me know why. I would really like to hear your points, because I really feel like most people in the community are very, very happy about this change that happened in Wallaru, including myself. But like I said a couple of minutes ago, I'm really hoping this might lower the barrier to entry for like raids and PvP and stuff like that, because we definitely could use more players in raids and PvP in general as a community. I feel like those communities are very small, and that's a very common, critique we hear from players that are newer. They feel like the barrier to entry is too high to even feel like going into PvP and stuff like that, right? So I'm really hoping with the gear being easier to acquire this time around, I'm going to see a lot of new faces in PvP. Hopefully they'll stick around. If not, I guess it is what it is. I think PvP in general could use more incentives to get players in there, but that's a whole different video topic anyways. But yeah guys, I feel like that's everything I want to talk about in this video. I'm just very happy with this system this year around. I really hope KingsIsle doesn't change it, because this is really, really good, and I'm really hoping the Nightmare dungeon that's coming out again early 2024 around January, I hope they can keep up this pace and this tempo, with the positivity in the community and stuff like that, and just making good updates, meaningful updates to the game. But yeah, if you guys want any help making or crafting any of the gear, be sure to check out my Wallaru Ultimate Guide. I go over everything, where to get all the reagents, the Dreamstone, the Dream Water, the amulets, the jewels, the Athame, the deck, everything. It's all there. So check that out if you haven't already. It'll probably be, pretty helpful, I want to say. But thank you guys for watching the video. I hope to see you on the next one. Thank you for being here, and take care, y'all.